How you doing, guys? Big Mek Bench-Meganobz here today, just with a quick update on my Meganobz for you. So I've been out and bought some Uruk brutes. This is the box for the kit, without knocking anything over. So it's these guys you'll have seen in White Dwarf recently, or maybe on the Games Workshop website if you've had a look. They look massive, they look really brutal and stuff, which is what I liked about them. And I had the idea of having a little band of Snakebites join my force. So this is like I think it's the easiest way of doing it. The Meganobz are obviously heavily armoured orcs, but the Snakebites, they sort of shun technology and stuff like that. So I thought I wanted them to look as feral as possible, but still have, you know, the technology there that the other orcs have, but just in a more feral looking sort of way. So what I wanted to do was basically show you the difference between the sizes of the Meganobz. So this is an old pewter Meganobz model, and they're pretty small in comparison to the new plastic Meganobz model. As you can see, I've started painting some of these as well. Let's get them side by side on my finger. So this one, as you can see, is slightly taller. It's probably about 2-3 millimeters taller, maybe something like that. It's not that drastic. But then when I was starting to build these guys, they looked really small, so I was a bit worried. But now I've put him on the base, he sort of matches up. He marries in with the, you know, at the same sort of height scale. They are still a little bit smaller, but not that much smaller. This guy's not actually glued to the base, so it's going to be difficult to show you in the same way. But let's compare these two first of all. I think, to be fair, the armour plating on his shoulders there, because that sticks up, it kind of adds that little bit of height that you need. So they're quite a good size match, really. The only thing is the head sizes. Now I'm using bits from obviously my 40k Orcs kits to kit bash them to make them look more like 40k Orcs rather than Age of Sigmar or Oruks. So I've just got a quick comparison here of the head sizes for you. So on the Oruks, the brutes, the heads are a lot smaller. It helps them fit into the armour better because the armour doesn't come out as far when they've got all the chest armour on and everything. It doesn't come out as far as, say, these big iron jaws on the 40k kits. These come out really far, as you can see, so you can fit a big head in there. But on the Oruks, the heads aren't as big. Another thing that's not as big, the arms aren't as long. But one good thing is that if I was worried about the size, the posing makes them seem bigger. Although the arms aren't as long, a lot of the arms are splayed out in a sort of like come and get me pose. You know, like the shouting and like a tribe might do before they run into battle against their enemies. So that's one thing that makes them look bigger. So I think it's going to work quite well. I'll just talk you through a little bit of the work I've done on this one. Let's take this off the back before it falls off. So as you can see, it's the Oruk body. I'm leaving a lot of the armour panels off, so there's a bit that goes over the front here that I'm leaving off, and obviously the bit that I just took off there. This is what they look like around the back. It's a really odd shape, but it's just so it nestles in nicely. That just slots on there. And I'm leaving the shoulder plates off as well, just so I can paint the orc skin nice and easy. You'll notice the stick here has a mech sort of tool, mech grabbing claw on the end, and this guy is going to be my mech. So the Snakebites will look at him and think he's really weird because obviously he stands out from them, and he doesn't shun technology, unlike most Snakebites. And so he's going to be my mech, and he's got the custom Mega Blaster. He also, it's a possibility for him to take the Teleporter Blaster. Now what I'm going to do is magnetise this, and magnetise just a boss pole as well. Probably the Snakebite boss pole. I'm going to magnetise it to one side, so it's like, you know, although he's although he is a mech, he's very, very orky and almost feral. So, you know, he's not bothered about how it sort of looks. It doesn't need to look balanced to him. It's going to go over to the side like that and look kind of unstable, like he's sort of strapped it to himself rather than properly secured it. You know, he strapped it to himself with leather straps, adding to that sort of snakebite feel. Just a quick look at this guy as well. So this is the guy that has the claw. The interesting thing about the claw on the Aurochs is that it's a fist holding the what would be the thumb piece of the claw. The fist holds that piece, and the other bit is just strapped to their arm. And the idea is they sort of jab their enemy with the sharp piece, and then they grab them with that piece, and then, you know, it keeps hold of them. And then in Age of Sigmar they have this this like mallet with nails sort of hammered through it, and they beat their enemy with that, and it makes it harder. I don't know if it makes it harder for the enemy to escape, or it basically takes attacks off them or something like that, probably. So this guy is going to be one of my shooter guys. So I'm just going to attach that to the arm there, and like I said about the posing, a lot of the time the arms are really raised, so it gives him a nice, like, he's not even considering targeting the enemy with his shooter really. He's just kind of shouting at the enemy, and he's going to charge at them and get in there with his claw. So that's a really simple conversion. I've only needed to add one piece to that, and then it's going to be 40k-ified. 40k-ified. There's a nice new word for you. I was watching BBC Breakfast this morning, and they were talking about how Roald Dahl made up a load of words in his books, like scrumdiddlyumptious and stuff. And yeah, so there's a big McDan school word for you, 40k-ified. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I've got for you. I was going to compare this guy, because this guy's one of the Meganobz that I've added flash kit parts to, so he's got the big shoulder pads on and stuff, and it makes him look really big. But I don't think there's any need really. We can compare him to him. He looks a lot bigger, this one, which I really like, because he's going to be my main boss Meganob. He's got 3 boss poles and everything. That's how big and hard he is. So yeah, if you're interested in the paint job on these, the blue is just a Vallejo Model Air, I think, blue, and I've just gone in there with the airbrush, and I've painted I did zenithal highlights first of all, then I painted the blue on, so you can see under here it's nice and dark still. So it was a black undercoat, and then I did a zenithal highlight. I think I did it actually with my Halford's primer first, and then I went in right from the top with a white Vallejo paint, and it's gonna hopefully paint up nice and bright all the bits I want white now. So obviously the predominant colours of Death Skulls are black, white and blue, and I've gone in there with the standard paintbrush and painted his pants and stuff like that. I'm going for a brassy look, because I think it goes quite well with the blue, the sort of warm brass look with the blue. So yeah, that's just a quick introduction to the paint job. You'll see it more closely when they're finished, probably. But that's it for now. I thought I'd better do a quick update, because I don't think I've done one since 2 weeks ago or something. So thanks very much for watching, guys, and I will see you on the battlefield.